The Adventures of Massey Ferguson, the model version. Series 1, Episode 1, The Related Beginning. Massey had been working on the farm in New Zealand for many years, helping Max with the ploughing and planting. First with making trenches, then with planting seeds, and then letting it grow into nice corn. Massey sometimes rested in the shed, thinking of what to do when a job is finished. You can tell he's thinking because the smoke was spitting out of his exhaust pipe. It happened when, in the early morning, before the sun would come up. The time was 6 o'clock, and Massey was outside thinking. He had a country name come into his mind, but he never had a new thought. "Bother," he said. "How can I get the name if I don't know it?" He went back in the shed, thinking he should write a note to let his friends know where he was wandering off to, when he noticed a map. He pulled it onto the floor to read it. "Aha! It's Australia! That's what I was trying to think of," thought Massey. "It's my day off, so I might visit it. But what about Butte the Ute and Mrs. Milk? Oh, I can't let them see me, and their birthdays are coming up soon." Massey knew a town that Mabby told him about when he and Butte visited it. He soon had a grin. Max was big enough to go to it, but for a little tractor it would make him grown up. He found a piece of paper and a pen, wrote a note, popped it on the wall, then slipped out of the shed unnoticed. Then he drove out of the farm onto the road. Now, because it was 6 o'clock in the morning, things were still dark, so Massey had to use his headlights. The district was quiet, and the stars were still out in the sky and across the Milky Way. The moon was shining its light on the ground as the red tractor drove far out and away from Ferguson Farm. It felt really good when making a first far row. Massey passed a hilly mountain where a film set was built for movie The Hobbit, which is Miss Joy's favourite thing to see. Then he came to a town called Matamata. I think this is the second location for me, so Masterton must be the third place to go to, said Massey. But before he continued driving, he had some realization hitting him. To get to Australia, everyone from New Zealand needs to go overseas. With taking a boat and going to the harbour was a wrong time for him. The harbour will not be opened yet. It looks like I'm ending up in Masterton instead, thought Massey. The red tractor continued on his way, not noticing someone else was following him. The moon was going down slowly as 6:30 came. Massey had been driving throughout the night, disappointed, but his smile came back as he thought about exploring Masterton. He went over the hill with a turbine windmill and a lot more, and over a crossing. It was now bright morning when he arrived in Masterton, where we stayed for nights. He looked in the op shops, which was only one, when he saw someone was out for a walk. "Hello," said the someone. You must be Massey Ferguson from Ferguson Farm. I am. Who are you? Asked Massey. I'm the model writer from Tasmania, nickname for Tasmania. My family and I are visiting for relatives' sake, and I'm to visit Countdown. Different, but it has the same Apple logo like Woolworths. Tasmania? Said Massey. I've been looking at a map of Australia and was wanting to visit it. But I can't because the harbour's closed. You won't need a boat to go to Tasmania. You'll need a secret shortcut which is unknown to anyone, said me, whispering so no one would hear. There's a secret door hidden behind the crates in the warehouse. If you go in there to it without the trucks about, you'll be in the state in no time. Oh, I was wanting to look at Countdown too, so I might look in the warehouse. And he left to find it as I went in the op shop. Massey arrived at Countdown. He could see the warehouse close by the shop. He was just about to sneak towards it when he heard someone shout his name. Massey, what do you think you're doing? It was Gracie, who had followed him when he left Matter. Hello, Gracie. Why did you follow me to Masterton? Asked Massey. I found your note you left behind and thought I'd better check to see what you were up to, said Gracie. And why are you visiting Countdown? You might come with me if you want to know what I'm doing, said Massey. I met a man named the model writer from Australia, and he told me a secret door that's in the warehouse. It's behind some crates, so if we go in it without the trucks around, we can check it out. The tractor and quad bike looked at the Countdown warehouse, waiting for the trucks to leave. They sneaked into the car park and waited, keeping calm to not let anyone notice. Massey, do the truck drivers know about the secret door behind the crates? Whispered Gracie. Of course they don't, Gracie, said Massey. There's only one truck delivering the last load. It won't be long till we can sneak in. But the chance came unexpected. On the ground was a loose crate. Look, that crate's fallen out of the truck, said Gracie. It's containing cookies, so any dog would eat them, said Massey. We can't leave it alone. What shall we do? We'll take it in, then get behind the crates. Follow me. Massey and Gracie picked up the crate of cookies and drove into the warehouse. It was left inside, then they sneaked towards the crates before anyone would notice. When they were behind the crates, they had a surprising gaze. There, in front of their very headlights, was a door with a button beside it. Never in their life have they seen something so secretive and not told to anyone. Let's see what's on the other side, said Massey, and he pressed the button in his quiet excitement. The door wasn't locked, and it opened quite normally. Massey and Gracie drove through the door, and in no time they found themselves in a wood. "Where are we?" asked Gracie. "We'll soon know where we are by looking at the edge of the wood," said Massey. "I think we're not in New Zealand anymore." A gap was showing so clearly in the headlight sight, so drove towards it. And what do you think they saw? They saw a large ship called the Spirit of Tasmania, which got them jumping with excitement. "Casey, we're the first New Zealander machines to visit Australia's little state." "Oh yes, I remember what Murray was up to. He visited Tasmania to meet another farmer. He said to her if he could share us to him or her," said Massey. "It's all very well to visit this place, but we don't know the way round," said Gracie. "Max said to me a town the model writer goes to, but I don't know what it is, unless we have a look and rely on the signs. This is the first far row we can make." Gracie seemed excited. "It looks like we're adventurous," said she. "Let's start at once." So they started off. But no sooner had they left, Mac's tractor appeared. He saw Massey and Gracie in a distance, so started following them. Massey and Gracie drove a mile away from Devonport, crossing a river bridge, passing a small tugboat fishing. They went over the Tasman Bridge, along the long highway, and after a number of miles came into a town called Sorrell. "This is where he visited Gracie," said Massey. "We've never been in Sorrell before, Massey," said Gracie. "Let's look around it." So they did. It was quite a new learning experience for them, as they saw many new things, except the same cafe called McDonald's. Then they found the last place, which was a resting spot for them to enjoy the new surroundings. "What are you looking at?" asked Massey. "I'm looking," said Gracie, "at something green. It's tall and enough for us to see and coming towards where we are resting." "Something green, tall enough for us to see? Oh, said Massey. He gave a little smoke signal to show who was following them. Mac's tractor, glad to have caught up with them, drove into their resting spot. "Cheeky devils," he said. "Why didn't you tell me you were visiting Australia, Massey?" "I've been following with Gracie Murray's plan of letting another farmer borrow us, Max," Massey explained the purpose, and he told him about how he and Gracie got here using a door in the warehouse. "I've been told the same thing from the model writer," said Max. "Anyway, I'm glad I caught you. Murray said to me we were to stay in Devonport for the days." "Oh, we saw the same sign too, before you," said Gracie. Now we're here in Tasmania, we might look around and visit a farm called, what is it? Forest Hill Farm. But we don't know about it in another unknown location, said Massey. Why don't you find it while me and Gracie look around Sorrell? We'll follow you later on, said Max. Massey left his fence to look round Sorrell. Before he left, he looked at the map he took from Ferguson Farm with another that was a book. He read it carefully till he found where he wanted to go to. It was about to be a surprising day when he came to a stop to see something else that was red coming. Or someone. Another red tractor with yellow wheel arches and no roof was coming the other way, along with a yellow combined harvester which Ferguson Farm doesn't have. It was Tom and Weezy. Then the machines gazed at each other before one of them could speak. Good day. I'm Massey Ferguson, New Zealand's finest red tractor, said Massey. Hello, Massey. I'm Tom, and this is Weezy, said Tom. You're new to Australia, and you don't look like me. What makes you say about how I look? Asked Massey. You and me are red, but we have a difference. Your arches are red, and mine are yellow. You have a roof, and I don't, Tom explained the difference. But it doesn't matter so long as we're useful. Oh, I get your theory, Tom. I'm just heading to Kingston to visit Forest Hill Farm. Do you know who ordered us? That's Farmer Fee, said Weezy. I reckon you two can make a great pair when working together. And where are you off to, by the way? Asked Massey. We're visiting Orford. You might visit it one day, but learning needs to be followed, said Tom. The machines departed each other. As Massey drove towards Kingston, he met other people. They, who were Australian, said, Good day. Massey didn't know them, but only said, Good day to you. After a long drive, Massey arrived in Kingston, and he did find Forest Hill Farm. Farmer Fee was waiting with Buzz in the farmyard. Hello, you must be Massey from New Zealand, she said. Tom must have forgotten I ordered you. I met him with Weezy Fee, said Massey. They left Sorrell and went driving to Orford. Is Gracie with you, Massey? Asked Buzz. No, she's with Max. They should be on their way by now. Still looking about Sorrell, I reckon we should meet them there instead of them coming here. They don't want to be back 2 times, said Buzz. They asked Fee if they could go back there. She agreed, and they went off to find Tom and Weezy. They met Gracie and Max in Sorrell. Then after the green tractor said he would meet them at Kingston, the red tractor and 2 quad bikes went looking for Orford. They arrived there and started looking for the other tractor and combined harvester. Buzz was leading the way, for he knew its route. "We haven't been here for years," said Massey. "The cliff with the river looks new to us." "You'll soon get used to it," said Buzz. "Ah, there's the village and the bridge where we can find Tom and Weezy." There was a road that went into a wood called Gum Leaves. In it was a camping ground. As soon as they got in there, they found Tom and Weezy in a shed on a hill. "Hello, Buzz, Massey. Oh, who's this other quad bike?" said Tom. "This is Gracie, my old friend Tom," said Buzz. "She's my kind." "I don't think I've seen another quad bike before," said Weezy, "except another combined harvester called Rowley. You don't have one at your place, do you?" asked Massey. "Of course we don't, except we've got the other machines. There's Butte the Ute, Mrs. Milk, the milk tanker truck, and Mac's tractor," said Massey. "Don't mind Max, though. He sometimes forgets one of us do some things of good. Like when me and Gracie helped a boat off the beach." "That's a working lot," said Weezy. "Rev's purple like Butte, and I'll bet they can make a great pair. Massey also told me that he's been doing the tractor factor like you did," said Buzz. Tom had a chuckle. They were about to head home when they heard a shot. "Help!" "We'd better see where that shot's coming from," said Tom. "It came from over there." The farm machines drove over to see the shot was coming from a siding, with a worried wee Georgie wood derailed off the line. "Hello, wee Georgie. What happened to you?" said Tom. "Hello, Tom. I've hit a stone on the line and came off," said wee Georgie. "My brakes weren't working, and I need a mend." "I can give you a hand. Massey and me will put a log under your wheels, then we can get you back on the line," said Tom. "He can lift and I can push," said Massey. "Let's get the wheels back off the ground." Tom lifted with Georgie, and Massey pushed a log under his wheels. Once he was on it, Massey pushed him back on the rails. "There you are, old mate, back on track," said he. "Thanks, you two. You make a great team. I'll let my driver fix my brakes." After they said goodbye, they all went home. He and Max were waiting as they got back. They told them about meeting in Orford and helping wee Georgie back on the track in a siding before they settled for the night in the shed. "Now there's a lot of you, except I've got one combined harvester. We should do the goods delivery the next day. Max and me got the hay ready for the cows and sheep, and we've got apples to give out too." The machines rested in the shed to sleep. Massey, on the other hand, was looking at the road, wondering where it was going to take him before he went in. After thinking, he went in his new berth, shutting his eyes, remembering his first faro. New Zealand will have quite a story from me that I can tell, he told himself. The end.